Hello and welcome to the Gatewatch Cast. I'm your host, Sanzo, and joining me today is Wilson.
Hey, what's up?
So before we head into today's topic, we need to do a bit of housekeeping and apology because we misunderstood the card that we talked about last week, which was Negan.
Yeah, now that we know about its ability and clarified it, it is way stronger than we initially thought.
So what we thought was that when you cast Negan down, you and target opponent secretly choose a card.
Secretly choose a creature that each player controls. Like, let's say my opponent chooses mine, I choose my opponent's. But in all actuality, it's way different.
Yeah, it's supposed to be target players' creatures.
Yeah, target opponent. So let's say
target opponent, yes.
Let's say me and Norman are playing. Norman has 3 creatures on battlefield. I cast Negan out.
Mm-hmm.
So what the ability says is that he and I need to both choose secretly the creature that Norman controls.
Yeah, like there's 3, so we secretly choose 3, or I choose 1, he choose 1. But the idea there is so that value, because Negan says whenever a creature is sacrificed.
Yes.
Yeah, whenever a creature is sacrificed,
you make a treasure.
Yeah, you make a treasure. So if Wilson and I pick the same creature, he only gets 1. But if we both pick different creatures, he'll get 2.
Yes, and both his creatures will be sacrificed.
Yes, so that's the idea there. But is it us that wrong, or is it?
It's actually worded in so ambiguously that I don't even understand it.
Yeah, because here's the thing. Me, for understanding cards, is not that great, so I tend to misread and misunderstand a lot of cards. But on your side, you do understand a bit more than me.
Yeah, because it's worded in saying that player controls. Whenever it's worded like you and target opponent secretly chooses a player that player controls. Chooses a creature that player controls. So usually when you hear that, you usually think of, oh, my opponent chooses mine, I choose my opponent's. But no, after clarifying it, it actually says just 1 player.
And the reason for this confusion, or the reason that we take a look-see, is because of 1 card, and that's Lucille.
Yeah.
And Lucille is a pretty interesting card. It's not in the list of Secret Lair cards. It's a hidden card. To verify, most Secret Lair. Most Secret Lair cards box come with a secret card. Usually they come with a secret planeswalker. Was it from the War of the Sparks card?
Yes, the War of the Sparks planeswalkers. How do I say? What kind of card was that again?
Yeah,
the planeswalkers, they had stained art.
Yeah, stained glass art.
Stained glass art, where it usually came in the Theros Gods.
And
all Secret Lairs, I think, right?
Yes, all Secret Lairs. Because I remember some people saying that, oh wow, I got a Teferi, oh wow, I got a Nicobolas or a Liliana, and so on.
Yes, but I don't think this was supposed to be part of it, right? It's not even
It's quote unquote a secret, but you want to read it first?
Sure. Okay, so Lucille is a 1 in the black legendary artifact equipment that says equipped creature gets +2/+0 and has menace. And the ability is whenever equipped creature attacks, defending player sacrifices a creature. If they do, you create a walker token, and its equip cost is 4.
So that is not bad.
It's not that bad. Although the equip cost is a bit costly, but
true.
But it's still good.
In all honesty, if you're playing equipments, or if you're heavily playing equipments, you know how to bypass that equip cost. It's so simple.
Yeah, and I really like it because it's actually Negan's
weapon.
Yeah, and I think it's really, really good.
Yeah. I mean, if you put it on any creature, oh wow. What does he say? Whenever it attacks, target opponent needs to sacrifice something?
Defending. Okay. Sacrifice a creature.
Like, imagine equipping this on it that betrays.
Oh.
Not only, is Annihilator is 2 or 4?
Annihilator 2, I think. I don't think 4, because 4 is too much. I think it's 2.
Or does it have none?
It has 2. It has Annihilator 2 and But it has to be a non-token permanent.
Yeah, but the thing is, equipping this to It That Betrays, that opponent needs to sacrifice 3 things.
And he will get back the 3 things, and you get the 3 things, and you get a walker token as well.
Yeah. I think what, 3? Is it a creature or is it just a sacrifice?
It says non-token permanence.
Yeah, so no, I'm talking about the
Lucille. It has this creature. It says creature.
So confirm you'll get
a creature and 2 permanents at least.
Yeah. Oh wow.
Yeah, but I really think that card will find a home in casual Corvold decks. Corvold the Fey Cursed King. Because if you equip it to Corvold and you attack with it, you can stack the trigger so that the Corvold trigger goes on first and the Lucille trigger resolves first. So once the Lucille trigger resolves, you get a walker token that you can sacrifice for Corvold's ability as well.
Oh yeah, that's good. That's good.
Yeah, but in honesty, that card is a really good card. It's a really good addition to the Secret Lair drop. Although our opinion has really not changed on Secret Lair. It's a breath of fresh air to see that they're not actually that bad.
Yeah, there's one more card we forgot to mention, and that's the
Rick, the steadfast leader.
Yeah, and that card is, when I first saw it, I thought that, oh damn, that's good. That's really good.
Yeah. So Rick, steadfast leader, says, "Here, let you do it."
Right. So Rick, steadfast leader, is a 2/2 white legendary creature, human soldier for a 3/4. As Rick enters the battlefield, choose 2 ability from among First Strike, Vigilance, and Lifelink. Humans you control have each of the chosen abilities. As long as you control 4 or more humans, humans you control get +2/+2. That there is already wild.
Yeah. So the first thing, why it's wild is it has at least 2 abilities, and it can share all those abilities.
Yeah, it is an anthem effect.
It's like Aldrich.
Yeah, but Aldrich, Aldrich is okay. Yeah, Aldrich's okay.
Its ability is like a worse kind of Aldrich, but the second ability really stands out, which is as long as you control 4 or more humans, humans you control get +2/+2.
It's a dictate of Heliod.
Yeah, and really it really counts itself. So you just need 3 more creatures.
And it doesn't say token, so you can put any human soldier tokens or whatever.
Yeah, there's so many human things that can create humans, timing reinforcements and all that. So I really think Rick is a good card. Although my feelings have not really changed on Secret Lair, but
it is a good card. But this is some of the stuff that really makes buying it kind of appealing. I won't say worth it. It's appealing because, like we mentioned before, these cards may have the chance to be reprinted in Magic form in the future.
Yeah.
So we'll wait and see. I mean, Walker just changed to zombies. It's not going to be a big difference, really.
Yeah, Walkers are just zombies with names on it. So I don't think we should touch too much on the topic. We just...
Yeah. So apologies for our misunderstanding on Negan, and also a few updates here and there. And all around, it's an okay drop if you really want to. But here's a funny story.
Yes.
Do you know the YouTube channel What Culture?
I think so.
Yeah, they mostly do. They're from the UK. They mostly do top 10 lists and so on.
Oh, okay.
And one of the gaming channel, video game by the way, recently got a Secret Lair drop from Wizards.
Oh yeah, I think I saw that.
Yeah, which is really rare by the way. I mean, they're mostly video games and not really into the physical games. One of their hosts have his own board game channel, so that says something. And they got a chance to look at Secret Lair early, and the ratio like to dislike ratio on that one is there's a lot of dislikes, not because of the content, not because of the host.
It's because of the cards.
It's the principle.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just the principle, because you have to buy this to get this.
Yes.
And that's not great, man.
Okay, yeah, and I think I know why Wizards sent it to that YouTube channel. They want to try and increase their sales. They want more people to know about Magic. They want more people to come into Magic. Remember Amaz? Amaz, the YouTuber? He used to be a Hearthstone player, right? But then Wizards poached him and made him have him play Magic.
Yeah, I remember he was on the Command Zone podcast / Command Nights.
Yes, he was in their game night show once. But before he played Magic, he was a Hearthstone player. And when he started playing Magic, a lot of Hearthstone players came into a Magic Arena. And Magic Arena's popularity increased and more Hearthstone players started playing Magic Arena. But one thing that I think is that Wizards really likes to delve into other genres, like board gaming, like how you said, and try to pull people from those to play Magic.
True, it's not that bad of an idea.
Yeah, it's good marketing.
Yeah, it's good marketing because Magic the Gathering is a fun game. But the problem with it, in general, is the player base. The player base sometimes can get really stagnant, and that's the issue for, LGSs, Wizards themselves. They need to kind of find a way to, pull in more players.
Yes.
I mean, with the Russo Brothers Magic the Gathering anime movie that they're going TV series.
I don't even know if it's going to be animated. I think
it's animated. They did say it's animated.
Okay.
On Netflix.
But I remember they said it could be live action. I don't know.
Not live action.
I remember. Yeah, maybe not.
No. But so the point of the matter is, we're sorry about Negan.
Yeah, we're sorry about Negan.
Negan's a good card.
Negan's a good card.
Yeah, but not for us.
But yeah, we can't buy it. So
no, we can.
It's hard.
But anyway,
all right.
That's topic for today.
Yeah.
Zendikar Rising. Yes. So I think 2 weeks passed since this baby came out.
2 to 3 weeks since the start of this recording. But
so the reason why we're going to talk about it now is because we have it in our hands, we get to take a look-see, and we are going to do the top 5
legendary commanders for Zendikar Rising and the top 10 utility cards in Zendikar Rising.
And the list here are mostly Wilson's list because I got no idea. I was busy editing.
Yeah, he was busy, so I volunteered to do the topic for today.
Yep.
So let's jump right in. First, I think we will talk about the commanders first. And disclaimer: this list is ranked in no particular order. So when I go, let's say, Zagras, then Omniflow, it doesn't mean that Omniflow is better than Zagras. It's just that
in no particular order.
Yeah,
it could be alphabetical. Who knows?
Yeah. So let's start our first commander. So
alright, so we'll start off with Omniflow. So Omniflow first creation is a red, green, white, and blue legendary creature elemental for 4/4. So when Omniflow Curse of Creation enters the battlefield, draw a card. It has landfall. Whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, you gain 4 life. If this is the first time this ability resolves this turn, If it's the second time, add red, green, white, and blue. If it's the third time, Omniflow deals 4 damage to each opponent and each planeswalker you don't control. Okay, so that is a lot of text, and it is a very interesting card.
Yeah. So why I put this on the list is, first off, the landfall ability. The landfall ability is so strong that it has three different triggers when you have 3 lands come into play. The first one is where you gain life. Of course, that's good. And the second one, you gain mana. You can use the mana to do more stuff. The third is that you deal damage to opponents and planeswalkers you don't control.
Yeah.
So the 3 lines of text allow you to be more versatile, and you can even do it on your opponent's turn. It doesn't say during your turn.
Yeah.
So if, let's say, you can play a fetch land or maybe even a Croissant Verge, so you can activate the Croissant Verge to sack and find 2 lands, and you can activate it twice. So you can you gain 4 life, you can gain 4 mana. And and the other ability, the last one, deal 4 damage each planeswalker, you don't even need to swing anymore.
Yeah.
You just need to activate it enough times for your opponents to lose their planeswalkers or maybe even die.
You could give it infect.
Yeah, oh damn, it's damage. Yeah, you could give it infect. It's in green.
Yeah. So you give it infect. You landfall 3 times to get the what you call this.
You can landfall 3 times, deal how many?
4
damage
yeah.
each time, and 4 infect, and
So-
then you just need to ping 3 times.
Yeah, but the huge problem, there's not a huge problem because it's in blue. Blue is known for untapping. So there's this elf. It's a 2-drop elf. Its ability is tap this creature, put a land onto the battlefield. So if you can untap that thing, do it again.
Well, you don't really need it because there's so many ramp spells for you to find lands.
Oh, true.
Cultivate, you can explosive vegetation,
Yeah.
grow from the ashes.
Yeah, but the only problem with this huge idea, big brain combo here is that it's limited to 3.
Yes,
So you can't stack it, go over and over again. I don't think they reset.
yes, it won't reset, but it's good enough that you can even play it on your opponent's turn. So
True.
I would think that this is one of the top commanders within Zendikar Rising. So, yeah, I think that covers it.
Yeah, and I mean, it is good. Like, it covers the gamut for most of the colors except black. And really, do you really need black here? I mean, not really, right?
Well, unless they come back to Zendikar for the 4th time in a row, yeah, they'll put black.
Fun fact, this is the 4th version of Omnif.
Ah, yes, this is the 4th one. The first one was mono green, then red green, red green, teamer, then now this.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I quite like it. Omnif's evolving.
Yeah.
He's actual freaking Pokemon.
Yeah, and I can't wait for the 5-color version of this.
Yeah, I think they will reprint it. I think they will print the version,
yeah.
but not in maybe Commander Legends 2.
No, too soon.
Two.
Oh, yeah.
2.
True.
Maybe next year or the year after that.
It could be return to Zendikar.
First is return. This is return.
So what's the next card?
Okay, so the next card is a personal favorite of mine, but it's very good. Verazol, the Split Current. So it's an X green blue legendary serpent. It's a 0/0, but Verazol, the Split Current, enters the battlefield with a +1/+1 counter on it for each mana spent to cast it. Whenever you cast a kick spell, you may remove 2 +1/+1 counters from Verazol. If you do, copy that spell. You may choose new copies for the spell, new targets for the copy. So Verazol's ability is very, very unique. First off, it says it's a Verazol enters the battlefield with +1 counter for each mana spent to cast
so
it.
basically it's a 2.
Yes. Think of Prosh. It's the same. It's the same wording as Prosh.
Wait, isn't this the same one as Maraf?
Marif.
It's the Naya commander. Like, it says if mana was spent on this.
Oh yeah, that's right. However, this is better than Maraf because it has X. So you can keep increasing it. Let's say you have 10 mana, you cast it for.
But if I'm not mistaken, Maraf also counts commander tax.
Yes, Maraf counts. Oh, this also counts for commander tax.
Yeah.
Oh.
So the idea is what you can do with this one is
Just cast it for 2?
Cast it for 2, cast a kicker spell, sack it or destroy it. Oh yeah, sack it because you are removing 2 +1/+1 from it.
Yeah.
And then let it go to the grave, and then the next time you cast it, it'll be 4.
Yeah. So it's really good. So, okay. Why I really like this card is because the second ability says whenever you cast a kick spell, you may remove 2 counters or it will do copy the spell. So that's the thing. It says kicked spell. It doesn't say kicked instant or sorcery.
Kicker spell, yeah.
So even permanents that have kicker, once you kick it, You can remove 2 counters and they will copy it. If they copy exactly the same values, the same abilities, even the status that is kicked.
Yeah.
So let's take a look-see at the new one, Skyclave Relic. So Skyclave Relic is a 3 mana it has kicked a 3, and it basically makes 3 more tokens of itself when it's kicked. So let's say we have Verazol. We cast Verazol. We remove 2 counters from Verazol when we cast Skyclave Relic, and then it gets copied. So how many Skyclave Relics do we have?
So it says 3, right?
Yes.
So
make
when
3
you
more
copy
copies.
it, you make 3. So there's 6 of them.
No. Because Skyclave Relic says when it enters the battlefield with its kick, create 2 tap tokens. So total, correct, 6. I'm sorry. But the tokens are tapped, so you essentially net 2 mana at the same turn. But it is so strong that even kicked spells get copied.
Yeah, I mean, that's one good example. Another example is drawing cards. Usually, if you... I'm trying to remember. There's one that copies... If you kick it, you get to create 5 copies of it.
5 copies?
Oh yeah, I forgot. It is a...
It's the Right of Replication.
Yes, Right of Replication. Because, if I'm not mistaken, it's a huge cost. I think, 6 total?
I think... Let me see. Right of Replication, it is a 9 if you kick it.
Yeah, okay. So, Right of Replication, if you kick it, you have to spend what? Wilson, why don't I read this one?
Sure.
Okay, so Right of Replication is a 2 and 2 blue sorcery with kicker 5. So create a token that's a copy of target creature. If this spell was kicked, create 5 of those tokens instead. So now, just imagine having this, and also, who was the name again?
Verazol.
And if you spend 9, is it?
You spend 9 mana, you remove 2 counters.
You get 10.
Yeah,
10.
10 copies.
And that 10 copies is already mad.
Imagine if you're copying Nyx Bloom Ancient.
Oh god. No.
I can't count the value of that. It's more than 3 million. Yeah, but essentially, I think it's a very good card, Verazol.
I'm just trying to imagine it. You tap 1 green if you have 10 Nyx Bloom Angels. Then you get 10. That is just the base.
No, you triple. You triple the mana.
Oh no.
Nyx Bloom Ancient triples the mana.
So you have 10. So you times... It's just 30.
No. Because they triple each other. So let's say you tap a land for green. It becomes... let's say you have 1, it becomes 3.
6, 9.
If you have 2, it becomes 9. And if there's 9, there's 27. If there's 27, it becomes if there's 3, 81.
Oh my god,
4,
no, I can't. No, I don't want to imagine.
5,
Move on.
7, 8, 9,
Where's
10. Oh, 177.
Mana burn.
Too bad there's no mana burn anymore. Verazol, all in all, is a very good kicker commander. We finally have a good kicker commander. Remember the other kicker commander, the red-green one from Dominaria? Yeah, that's a good card. It fights, it puts a +1 counter on itself. But I think Verazol is more towards
much better.
Yeah, what kicker actually wants to do.
Yeah, but I think the copy ability is something green or something blue would want to do.
Yeah, and since it copies permanence as well, it's something green wants to do.
Yeah, and also the +1/+1 ability
is both.
Yeah, but
it's Simic.
Yeah, but the +1/+1 ability works well because you could have hardened skill on. So when you cast it out just for 2,
or
it'll
doubling
get
season.
Yeah, I mean, true. Because if you, let's say doubling season is on, you cast out Verazol, and then doubling season triggers, gets you 4.
And then let's say you put in the manta that doubles counters.
Yep.
And so with doubling season, it becomes 12.
Oh god.
Yeah. But I think that's enough for Verazol. Do you want to read the next one?
Sure. Oh yeah, this one is a good one. So next card is Phaliat, World Sculptor. It is a 4 and red-green for a legendary creature elemental with a 5/5. When Filiate World Sculptor enters the battlefield, create a 0/1 green plant creature token for each basic land you control. It has landfall. Whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, put 4/1/1 counters on target plant you control. So if you're reading this right now, or you're looking at the card and thinking to yourself, wait, this reminds me of something. I wonder what that card could be. This is a cheaper version of Avenger of Zendikar.
You can say that 5 is actually the father.
Really?
Yeah, because he's a legendary.
Yeah, true, but still. And yeah, how do I put this?
It's not a worse
bad.
version.
Yeah.
It's a worse version. However, since it's legendary, you can keep recasting it.
True, but it's a 6-cost card, and it's not really that great. I mean, in terms of ability, it is good.
Yes.
In terms of ability, it is good. Personally, for me, I will not put it as a commander, but the card itself has potential.
Yeah, I agree. It has potential, but I like it because it makes one of your plants bigger. You can go taller instead, or you can just distribute your counters to go wide. So I think this is more of a strategic commander to see whether or not you want to go wide or go long.
And I don't know. I mean, I don't have much to say about this one because the ability itself has been done by a better card.
Yeah, Avenger of Zendikar, right?
Yeah, because here's the thing. It says you create a token copy, or you create token plants
equal to lands you control.
No, lands. Basic lands.
You mean which one?
This
5
one.
life? Yeah, 5 life of course is just basic lands,
Yeah,
which
so
makes it a bit worse. But since it's just in 2 colors, you can just play basics.
Yeah, true. But still, it's kind of
It's a meh card, I agree. But I put this in here because it has the ability to go wide or go long, and you can change your strategy mid game instead of just focusing on a one track road.
And since it puts +1/+1 counter on a creature, so that means you could kind of
Play shapeshifter.
Yeah, and here's the thing: you can still play Avenger of Zendikar in your deck. There's nothing stopping you from doing that.
Yeah, and that's even better. If you have full 5 life Avenger of Zendikar on battlefield, you keep growing your plants.
Yeah, so you put you put down Avenger of Zendikar, you get a lot of plants, and then 5 life also gets his plants.
Yep.
Then it doesn't say different colors, or it's still green. Then
and they are both plants.
Yeah, when you play a basic land or you play a land, they all get the +1/+1 from Avenger.
Yes.
But 5 life will give another one extra.
Ah, yes. So yeah, I think 5 life is more underpowered than Avenger, but it's good because of its strategic. Because of the strategy, you can go long, you can go wide. I just think that's good enough to put it as a commander over the other legendaries in the set.
But the 6 cost is going to be troublesome.
Yeah, that's going to be troublesome, but it's green. There's a lot of ramp.
True.
Yeah. So the next one is I don't know if it's a favorite of mine.
I love it.
But it's very good. So it's Ashaya Solo the Wild. It's a 3 and 2 green legendary elemental, star for its power and toughness. It says Ashaya Solo the Wild's power and toughness are equal to the number of lands you control. Non-token creatures you control are forest lands in addition to their other types. So this is a very, very, well, I would say it's a very unique card. There's not much, I don't think there's any card that turns your creatures into lands. And they are still creatures in addition.
I don't remember much, but
I remember there are cards that turn them into just lands, but not creature lands.
Yeah, I don't remember, but I love this one. This one is one of those cards that I think has a lot of potential, and just by looking at it, it's already going to be awesome.
Yeah, and it's more towards a go tall strategy because it just pumps itself, but it's good enough. And since it, of course, I would play it more towards the 99. It's a good commander because you can give it trample and you just swing with it. You can do a lot of commander damage to a player.
True. I mean, but here's the thing also, like, if you put this, or if you use this, okay, let's just say commander, like this one is a commander. if you put it in Elf Ball deck,
Yeah.
it's going to go huge because Elf Balls, you do stuff, you create Elf tokens and whatnot, and Elf tokens are already huge.
Oh yeah.
Like those 1/1s. Now you have those are considered land, so you tap them and then like.
Oh my god.
So that's still good.
I actually have a card that I really like to play. That is in my lands deck, and it could be played in Ashaya as well, because Ashaya is also counts itself as a land forest. So there's this card from Zendikar. Is it Rising? No, is that Battle for Zendikar? I think, or Over the Gatewatch. It's embodiment of insight.
Oh yeah.
It's a 4 and a green 4/4 creature elemental. It has vigilance and says, land creatures you control have vigilance. And as landfall, whenever land enters the battlefield under your control, you may have target land become a 3/3 elemental creature with haste until end of turn. It's still a land. Okay, so the second part of text is what I really like. Land creatures you control have vigilance. So if you pair that with Ashaya, essentially all your creatures have vigilance.
Yeah, I mean the vigilance part there is not that interesting because you have Brave the Sand. Brave the Sand is a 2-cost enchantment where it says creatures you control have vigilance.
Yeah, but of course this is green.
Yep.
So the only thing that can be played in green that gives vigilance is the embodiment of insight.
True.
Of course, I agree. Brave the Sands, always watching, and a lot give vigilance.
But here's the thing: like we're just talking about Ashaya as the commander, but what about if you put it in a Celestia deck? Like just say you put it in a Risk the Redeem.
Yeah, of course. If you have but if you put in Risk the Redeem, it says it's different because token creatures don't count. Non-token creatures you control. So I would rather put it in a, like you said, elf ball deck, maybe a green-white elf ball deck. But to be honest, Ashaya is good enough to be her own commander. You just need to give it trample, like maybe Garruk's Horde. In Garruk's, what is it called again?
In Garruk's Week?
No, the new card from Core 2021, the enchantment for Garruk.
I forgot. It's in Garruk something.
It just says creatures you control have trample. So as long as you give trample, it's a.
You could also use Brawl.
True, Brawl is green.
Brawl?
Not the format. Not the. Is it a format? I don't think it's a format anymore.
What's that?
Oh my.
Yeah, so you could use that and then dump it into the grave and then voila, you already have trample.
Yeah, so I think, and there's so many cards that give it hexproof, give it shroud. There's a lot. So I think Ashaya is a very good card as a commander.
Pairing this up with, what was the card we mentioned before?
Which one?
The the enchantment elemental creature thingy.
What does he do?
The triple the mana.
Oh, Nyx Blue Ancient.
Yeah,
Okay, let's not get into that. That's too much math here.
What's the next card?
Alright, so the next card, Norman?
Okay, so next card is Zagras, Thief of Heartbeats. Is a 4 and black red legendary creature vampire rogue for 4/4. This spell costs 1 less to cast for each creature in your party. Already I don't like it.
Okay.
It has flying, death touch, haste. Other creatures you control have death touch. Okay. Whenever a creature you control deals combat damage to a planeswalker, destroy the planeswalker. Alright. So the first part of it is not that great. But the rest is awesome.
Yeah. Why I like this card is, although it has party, I know we do not like party. Personally, I do not like it as well. I would try to build it, but I do not like it. But its abilities are great. Especially the third ability, other creatures you control have death touch. And its last ability is also essentially death touch to a planeswalker.
Yep.
So what I think is Zagras has a lot of potential. It can be played in a lot of death touch decks. Especially since black has a lot of creatures that have death touch. What do you think about Zagras without the party?
Yeah, I mean, it is an interesting card mechanic because it has death touch and haste, also flying because it's a vampire. And the part where it gives other creatures death touch is a bonus. But what sells it to me is the last one, where it kills off planeswalkers. Like, no, it gives other creatures that attack a planeswalker death touch. So meaning if you have your little rogue something
Or
that,
maybe a flyer.
yeah. So if you attack and swing and they can't block it, here's the command. Here's your planeswalker that's going to be ulting the next turn, kills it off.
Yeah, and then the player is like, I'm not gonna ult. Okay,
Yeah,
but
right.
yeah, so really Zagras is a very good aggro. I think it's aggro. Yeah, aggro commander, and it's really like people are really scared to block you and attack you as well.
Honestly, I don't think he is an aggro commander because the 6 cost
Yeah,
is going to
mid-range.
be.
It's
I mean,
more
here's the thing.
mid-range.
If you build it as a party, then probably it's going to be aggro. But if you build it as a vampire Rakdos setup,
Or maybe rogue, since it's a rogue as well.
so if you build it like that, then yeah, it's going to be mid-range to late game because he is not that great to come out.
Yes, I agree. But although if you have party, not even a full party, you can reduce this cost by a little.
Oh, yeah, I mean, if it's a party deck, then yeah. It doesn't say... wait, no, it does mention that it needs separate parties.
Yeah, it does.
So the maximum you can go is -4.
Yeah, true. But -4 is still a lot.
But
-4 is still
here's a
lot.
question for you. If you have 4 shapeshifters, does it count?
Yes, you do.
Okay.
Because shapeshifters are
Everything and everyone.
everything at once, but
But it doesn't count that. It doesn't count as that. Like you need 4 bodies to represent.
yeah, you need 4 bodies to represent. But see, I think it's a good commander, all in all. But you need to build it properly in order for it to be a very good commander.
True that.
All right, so I think that's the end of the
Commander talks.
top 5 commanders. Next, I'm
So
thinking.
wait, before we carry on, let's take a break.
Yeah.
Welcome back. We got ourselves a drink, read up on some cards, and let's start the top 10.
Yeah, So right now we're gonna go into the top 10 utility cards for Zendikar Rising, and that's my pick. So all of it is mostly subjective, and Norman might have different cards and different opinions on the cards. So don't bash me.
Yeah, here's a tip for me. Mostly my cards would be lower CMCs and great utility cards. Like, what was that card that has been repeated a lot? That Disenchant.
Yep.
Yeah, those are my kind of picks because they're good. They destroy a target enchantment or land. And it's 2 mana cost and an instant.
Yep.
Why not put it in a white deck?
Mine is more towards cards that actually affect the table and situations. But yeah, I digress. So let's continue
So
on.
anywho, first up we got Roiling Vortex for a 1 and red enchantment. So at the beginning of each player's upkeep, Roiling Vortex deals 1 damage to them. Okay. Whenever a player casts a spell, if no mana was spent to cast that spell, Roiling Vortex deals 5 damage to that player. Pay 1 red, your opponent can gain. Okay, this is good.
Yeah, your opponent can gain life this turn, and it's just your opponents, not you. So Roiling Vortex is a card that punishes your opponents and yourself, but more towards your opponents.
It's not really punishing. I mean, you have to pay a cost.
Yeah.
So 1 life, it's not that bad.
Yeah, but the second one, 5 damage for casting a spell without paying its mana cost.
Yeah.
That's good.
True, but here's the thing also. I can already see this slow down a lot of combo players.
Yes, I think Roiling Vortex is, how do I say this? It's not really a combo stopper. It's just a card that annoys people. Yeah.
But here's the thing. It doesn't really annoy a lot of people because mostly people who play normal Magic pay the cost, even if it's a reduction. The wording for this one says, if no mana was spent. So this is a big burn to people who play stuff like mana burn. Sorry,
burn.
mana vault, mana crypt.
Yep.
So, and whatever.
Omniscience as well.
True. If they play Omniscience, but the thing is, people who CDH players going to hate this card because they want to play their zero costings fast.
Yeah. Well, it depends on what deck, but yeah, I agree. But Rolling Vortex has a much. The last part is what really annoys people more.
Yeah, they can't gain life.
Yeah. A lot of life gain decks really count on gaining life, and if you don't, like Eight of Flux Reservoir, like in response, you guys can't gain life. What the hell am I going to storm? Yeah.
But here's the thing also. Let's just say something recent. Bola Citadel. Bola Citadel makes you pay. Instead of casting that card for mana, you can pay life instead. So let's just say you
have a Sensei Divine top.
Yeah, let's just say you look at the top card because Bola Citadel does allow you to look at the top card. So you look, it's a Sensei. So instead of paying one colorless, you just pay one life. But since this thing is here, and since you didn't pay mana for it, you'll minus 6 life. That's one scenario. But let's just say you take a look at the top card, and the top card is Omniscience. Omniscience is an 8 card, was it?
It's a 10 mana.
Yeah, 10 mana. So
you take 15.
Yeah, I mean, in that scenario, there it's worth it already.
Yeah, well, in any scenario, it's very good.
Yeah, I mean, like if you have Omniscience at the top and you have to pay 15 for it, like I'm just going to go off.
Yeah.
But this thing is still there, and you can gain life, and you need to get rid of this.
Yeah. So, although it's a slap to yourself because there are. It deals damage to yourself, and if you cast a spell without paying mana, of course it deals damage to yourself as well. But I think the upside is better than the downside.
Yeah, I mean, as a red player, you're not going to be discounting a lot of stuff. You're not going to play zero stuff a lot.
Yeah. Like
you're just going to spend red, go, burn.
Yeah. And for red spells, usually you do not really have that much of cards that stop combos. Like the Elsha Infinite combo.
Oh no.
This stops Elsha Infinite combo.
Yeah, true. I mean, life and stuff. But anywho, what's the next card?
So the next card is my personal favorite, Confounding Conundrum. It's a 1 and a blue enchantment that says, when Confounding Conundrum enters the battlefield, draw a card. And whenever a land enters the battlefield under an opponent's control, if that player had another land enter the battlefield under their control this turn, they return a land they control to its owner's hand. So Confounding Conundrum was a card that when it was revealed, everybody went bonkers on it. It's so good in EDH and in Modern. It even had a Modern deck made around it, where they blink their opponent's lands, and when they come back, their lands are bounced back into their hands.
Oh.
And it doesn't affect you. First off, it's a cantrip as well. It lets you draw back a card.
So I'm trying to get this straight because whenever a land enters the battlefield,
so imagine you cultivate. You play a land, then you cultivate. If this is on the battlefield, you need to return one land back to your hand.
Oh, so what this does is stop down most of those green players.
Those ramp cards, yeah.
So the first one is no problem.
The second
one is going to be a problem.
So let's say you play, you have 4 mana, you don't play a land, you play Explosive Vegetation. Then you search for 2 lands for a battlefield. And Confounding Conundrum triggers, you need to return 1 land back into your hand. And maybe let's say you did play a land this turn and you Explosive Vegetation, then you need to return 2 lands back into your hand.
Yeah, this slows down the game a lot for people who
ramp a lot.
Yeah, like this really slows down green players.
And it really slows down True Lane decks.
Oh yeah. We have a player who plays True Lane.
Yeah, we know him. But yeah, it really slows down a lot. It's really good in a lot of matchups. Yeah. Of course, it's in blue, which is annoying.
Yeah.
But I play blue, so I like it. So what about you go into the next card? And although I said usually there are not going to be any legendaries in this set, in the utility list, I think this one is too. Yeah, it warrants to be in it. So
okay, so what we have here is Morag, Fury of Akum. It's a 4 and 2 red legendary creature Minotaur warrior. It has 6 power and 6 toughness. And it says each creature you control gets +1/+0 for each time it has attacked this turn. That's a very interesting way to put it.
Yep.
Anyway, it has landfall. Whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, if it's your main phase, there is an additional combat phase after this phase. At the beginning of that combat, untap all creatures you control. Okay, this is boss.
Yeah. So I actually had a very interesting story about this one. So Morag is worded very, very specifically. So it says, if it's your main phase, there's an additional combat phase after this phase. The keyword this. So I had a friend who was playing draft, and he drafted Morag, and during his first main phase, he played Morag, and he played the land. And then when he attacked with his cards, he tried to untap them, and I told him, no, you can't untap it, because after that main phase is the additional combat phase. Then after that, you go back to your regular combat phase, and after the regular combat phase, there's no untap trigger, so you can't untap it. So I think Morag is really good, although it's not a good commander. It's good in the 99, in my opinion.
I say, okay, here's the thing. If you want to make it a commander, you have to really work at it.
Yes.
The problem here is
for it.
6.
Yes, 6, and there's too much work.
Yeah.
But it's so good if you have a red-green deck.
Oh, yeah.
So let's say you play 5 life, then you play this, and your 5 life has maybe 6 tokens that already have 4 counters on each. And then you put in Scape Shift. 6. Let's say you have 6 mana, and you sack your 6 lands. Then you bring back you search for 6 lands. You get 6 combat steps. And you get, let's say you're using 5 life. You get 6 +4 trigger, +4 counter triggers.
So I'm just gonna get this straight. So Morag here, what it wants you to do is, on your first main phase, set everything up. Enter battle, swing.
Yes.
On your second main phase, play a land, untap everything, another battle.
Yes, but you need to know something. After that battle phase, you straight go into the end phase.
There's no.
It's worded in the way that says that doesn't say there's an additional main phase after that.
Okay. So let's see. Whenever a land. So how explain it to me?
Okay, so this is what happens. So untap, upkeep, draw. Main phase 1.
Battle.
You do whatever, battle, then you go into main phase. Main phase 2. So let's say this is main phase 2. You skip shift, put in 2 lands maybe. Put 2 lands, and it triggers. You put 2 additional combat steps here. So you put this combat step 1, combat step 2. You go into both battles, and then after that, you immediately go into the main phase.
Wait, main phase, another main phase.
No, sorry, end phase.
End phase. So why is that? Because
usually it's worded in a way that says, let's say, Relentless Assault. After this phase, there's an additional combat phase, and after that, there's an additional main phase. Let me read you Relentless Assault.
Okay.
So, Relentless Assault is a 2 mana, 2 red sorcery that says, untap all creatures that attack this turn. After this main phase, there's an additional combat phase followed by an additional main phase. You understand?
So wait, after this main phase, there's an additional combat. So it's main phase 2. So after this one, there's going to be a combat, and then followed by an additional main phase. Okay, so there's going to be another main phase, right?
Yeah, but in Morag, it says, if it's your main phase, there's an additional combat phase after this phase. Then stop, full stop. So it's a bit tricky, but it's worth it.
So is the rule text stated that way?
What do you mean?
Like, sometimes Gather has the rule saying that, this is worded this way and it's true. Because I'm just wondering, because it sounds logical in terms of how magic is, but I'm not 100% sure. Like, it would be interesting to see if the rule text says so.
Yes, I think They did. So for the rule text for Morag. Okay, Morag. Okay. There won't be an additional main phase after the additional combat phase. For example, if the landfall ability resolves twice during your post-combat main phase, you get 2 consecutive additional combat phases after your main phase, untapping your creatures at the beginning of each, followed by an ending phase.
Okay, so they already stated. So what you want to do to get more value is to
Scape Shift.
get more lands.
Scape Shift, Azusa. Hey.
I'm just thinking something like if there's a green creature in one of the pirate set, I forgot, it's Exilon something, where if it dies, put all lands.
World Shaper.
Yeah, put all lands from the grave back to the battlefield.
So you Scape Shift into World Shaper. You Scape Shift into Splendid Reclamation. That's even better. Mm-hmm. So that's double the value.
So there's something.
So that's why I think Morag, it should not be a commander, but part of the 99. And the deck should have green.
Yeah, I mean because of the 6 cost, it's going to be very difficult for it to.
Yeah, to be a commander.
Yeah.
So why not you read the next one?
Oh, okay.
It's very good as well.
So the next one is Leyline. Huh, okay.
Oh.
Leyline Tyrant.
Huh, a Leyline.
I know. And here's the thing, it's a 2 and 2 red, normal for Leylines.
Yep.
And it's a creature dragon.
Wait, what?
I know, right?
Does it, if it's in your open hand, does it put it in the battlefield?
I'm not sure, but it's a 4/4 and it has flying, and it says you don't lose unspent red mana as step and phases end. Sorry, as step and phases end. When Leyline Tyrant dies, you may pay any amount of red mana. When you do, it deals that much damage to any target. Oh wow!
Wait, what? It's a Leyline, and it doesn't start if it's in your opening hand?
No, it doesn't. But the text here, this is going to be really funky for red players.
Yeah. So what's one of the problems for red?
Red has this huge problem of not having enough mana.
Yes, there's not much ramp unless you use artifacts or maybe even lands, like maybe Mirrored Landscape. Mm-hmm. But with Leyline Tyrant, you'll be able to conserve your lands each turn.
Yeah, I mean, what you can do is, one of the ideal scenario is, it's 4, so basically probably you're going to have 3, 4, 5 lands.
Yep.
So when turn comes to you, all those untapped manas, you can tap it to generate red mana and keep it in stock.
Yeah. And imagine if you're also playing in the Gruul deck, you have Seaborn Muse.
Oh yeah, that's going to be fun.
Yeah, that will be fun.
I mean, here's the thing also. Looking at this as a, let's just say, red commander, you could.
No, it's not legendary.
I know, but if you put it in a mono red commander deck,
Yeah, true.
you put in what Nykthos, trying to Nyx.
Oh, Nykthos, yeah.
What you can do is just tap the land, spend the 2 manas that's in the pool, and then generate
more
mana equal to devotion, and then untap it, and then you just have free mana.
Oh my god, that's so good.
Like the idea there is, wow. But
That's a good idea.
and then play with Fireball.
Now it's Leyline Fireball, huh? Not Channel Fireball.
Yeah, but still, the idea is there. Like, a Fireball is a very old card. You spend X and red to deal damage to player or target.
Any
creature?
target.
Any target. Equal to how many?
X.
Yeah, equal to X. Like the wording is. Maybe I'm thinking of
Fireball, right?
Yeah,
Fireball is very straightforward. You pay X, you deal X damage.
Yeah, but I think it's the old card. That's why it's got me so combobbled. Because
are you thinking of Incinerate?
No, it's Fireball. But I'm thinking of the old text because I have the old card.
Actually, Fireball is even better. It says this spell costs 1 more for each to cast for each target beyond the first. So basically, it's Strive. I think it's like the Born of the Gods mechanic.
Strife, something like that.
Yeah,
so what it says, I think that's the part that got me confused. But what it says is basically you pay X. Let's just say X is 10. So you'll deal 10 damage
Yeah.
But if you want to spread it out to 10 creatures, you pay
20.
you pay another extra 10 to
20?
deal 10 damage to each 10 creatures.
So 20 damage plus the red.
No, it's 10 because X is 10. And then
X is 10, then you need to pay one more to cast for each target.
Yep. So basically
19.
beyond the first, yeah.
So 19 mana. Yeah. Leyline Fireball.
Yeah.
Fireball Tyrant, yeah. But I think Leyline is very good. It could be a staple in a lot of casual red decks.
Yeah. I mean, I can see this a lot going to. Sorry, I can see this going into a lot of artifact, mono red artifact decks.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't say it keeps red mana. It just says it keeps mana. And in all honesty, you can also put it in your Gruul deck.
Yes, especially in any deck that is focused on red more.
Yeah, or just mana, because like if you have a lot of X spell cards, like some of the Hydras, those things need a lot of X.
Yeah.
So this guy.
I think this guy could be a staple in a lot of decks.
Yep. Welcome back. So, next card, what was it?
Okay, so the next card is the green card. I've been focusing too much on red, so now we're going into green. So the next card is Ancient Green Warden. It's a 4 and 2 green creature elemental 5/7. It has reach, and it says you may play lands from your graveyard. If a land entering the battlefield causes a trigger ability of a permanent you control to trigger, that ability triggers an additional time. So basically, it is a, how do I say this? It's a panharmonicon with Crucible of Worlds on a stick.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and it has reach, and it's quite big. Of course, it's very costly, like for 6 mana.
Yeah, but it's kind of worth it for the cost. Like, the first one is Crucible of Worlds, so that's always good.
Yep.
Then the second one is Panharmonicon for what? Land triggers?
Yeah. So it's a land harmonicon.
So if I get this right, any landfall trigger that happens triggers twice.
Yeah. So imagine you have a Avenger of Zendikar, ETBs, and then you activate then you play a land, what's his name? Avenger of Zendikar will trigger twice because of an Ancient Green Warden. Because it says trigger ability of a permanent. It doesn't need to be a land trigger ability. It could be a trigger ability of anything else, like a Planeswalker, like Nissa. The new Nissa says it also has a landfall trigger. Or maybe even a
Zendikar Royal.
Zendikar Royal, yeah.
Yeah, if you play a land, you generate another 2/2 elemental.
Yeah.
And then it doubles it. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. So basically, Ancient Green Warden allows you to do that. But it's very good in any deck that has landfall because you have fetch lands in the format.
Oh yeah.
So it says you may play lands from your graveyard. So each turn you can fetch and play it, fetch and play it, fetch and play it, fetch and play it.
Yeah, so the first fetch comes in, triggers the first effect, then you sack it, bring in another land, triggering again.
So in one turn you can trigger 4 times, let's say.
Yeah, not bad.
Yeah, and maybe you have Azusa, or maybe even the Wayward Swordtooth and the Dryad all together on the battlefield.
Oh wow, that's gonna be mad.
Yep. So all in all, I think it's a very good card. It's but it's mythic, so of course it's a good card.
Yeah, and for the cost of 6, and it's a 5/7, that's not bad in terms of power and defense.
And it has reach, so it's even better in defense.
Yeah. I mean, it mostly
birds can pass.
Yeah. But hey, this is not bad. So what's next on the list?
So next one.
Okay, so next. Yes, we're going black now. So Shadow's Verdict is a 3 and 2 black sorcery card, and it has exile all creatures and planeswalker with converted mana cost 3 or less from the battlefield, and all creatures and planeswalker card with converted mana cost 3 or less from all graves. So at first, when you took a look-see at this is not great. It's very limited to 3. Like, that's not great at all.
Yeah, but the reason why I picked this card is because it's a combo stopper. First off, You know how do you remember the guy who plays Taiyam?
Mm-hmm.
Taiyam's ability also cares for 3 or less. So what I like about this card is it exiles. It doesn't just destroy. It exiles.
It bypasses all the indestructibility stuff.
Yes, it bypasses all indestructibility. It bypasses recursion, and it exiles anything without giving a die trigger. So this card is very good against graveyard-based decks.
Yeah, it's graveyard hit. Yeah.
Although it's restricted. Yeah, I agree it's restricted. But even the people, let's say, let's say I Tomos crit my opponent, and in response he recurs it back from the graveyard.
True.
But if I use Shadow's Verdict him, he even if he tries to recur it, it'll get exiled anyways. So I think this one is, although it's situational wise, it's still a good card to put in because it even exiles.
Yeah, but here's the thing about this one that I noticed. It says 3 or less, but that means it's kind of limited. But when you take a look, see and think about it, most commander cards do require or do look at 3 because you have your Soul Ring, you have your Mana Crypts, you have your...
Yeah, but it's only creatures.
All creatures? Oh.
Creatures and planeswalkers.
My bad then. So yeah, mostly it's combo starters?
Yeah, against combo decks mostly. But you need to remember that a lot of black cards don't really have that much combo stoppers.
Okay.
So yeah, I think Shadow's Verdict is a very good card to be added into black. Maybe just put it there for emergencies. You can tutor it out.
Yeah, to me, I think like Shadow's Verdict is one of those cards where I need to take a look, see at it in action before anything else, because right now I can't really imagine how it works.
Sure, no problem. I can understand that. It's also good against your Predator deck.
Oh yeah, true.
Alright, so let me go into the next one.
The
next one is a very good card a lot of people have been hyping up. So the next card is Thieving Skydiver. It's a 1 in the blue creature Merfolk rogue 2/1. It has kicker X, and it says X cannot be 0. It has flying, and it says when Thieving Skydiver enters the battlefield, if it was kicked, gain control of target artifact with CMC X or less. If that artifact is an equipment, attach it to Thieving Skydiver. So what do you think about this card?
It is one of those cards where at first glance it's dumb.
It is dumb. Everyone would use it just for one purpose.
Yep, but honestly, it's kind of great.
Yeah, of course. It steals any artifact as long as you can pay the kicker cost.
Yeah, but here's the thing. First turn, get this. You have extra mana, pay for 1, steal a Soul Ring.
Turn 1, let's say your opponent's turn 1 Soul Ring, then you also turn 1 Soul Ring. Then you just take your turn 2, you take your opponent's Soul Ring.
Yeah, take that. Or if they have a signet, you take the signet, and so on and on and on. And here's the thing. As time goes on, they're probably going to get some fancy artifact.
True.
So still... Oh no! You know what you can do with this guy?
What?
You play Mycosilitis.
Oh, you can steal anything except for lands.
No. Does it say?
X cannot be 0.
No, you pay 1, you still can steal land.
Oh yeah, less. Okay, yeah, then. Damn.
Yeah, so...
Then you just bounce it, then you just keep casting it, bounce and cast, bounce and cast, bounce and
so
cast.
So what Mycosilitis... No, it doesn't say... Yeah, no, the kicker cost is important. No, what Mycosilitis is an artifact. 6 cost, I think?
It's a 6 cost artifact that says all creatures...
all
permanents on the battlefield are colorless artifacts.
Also in your hand?
And it says all cards that are on the battlefield and not on the battlefield in your graveyard and exile are colorless, I think.
Something like that. It's very...
Minko Sith. Lattice, okay. All permanents are artifacts in addition to their other types. All cards that aren't on the battlefield, spells, and permanents are colorless. Players may spend mana as though it were mana of any color. So, yeah, I think if you pair it with the Thieving Skydiver, there's a lot of potential here.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, you can steal a commander outright. And your opponent can do nothing about it unless they counter it.
Or you can just use liquid metal coating as well.
True. But still, because this is much better and much more fancy.
Yeah, but if you want to cheapen it, then yeah, I would go both. I would put both.
Oh,
Just
yeah.
play both.
Yeah, true. But here's the other thing also. If play it is it, what you can do is steal all the good cards, then Vendor Blast.
Hell nah. Hell nah.
Hey, I did that once. It was
Yeah,
fun.
I saw before. Okay,
So-
I think that's all for the next one. So let's go to the next one.
Oh,
I think you should go.
all right, okay. So next one is Sky Cliff Relic. It's a 3 artifact card, and it has Kicker 3, indestructible. When Sky Cliff Relic enters the battlefield, if it was kicked, create 2 tap tokens that are copy of Sky Cliff Relic. It has tap at 1 mana of any color.
So essentially, it's a 3 mana. What do you call that? Command Spear and a 6 mana Dreamstone Hedron.
Yep, but here's the thing also, this thing is not bad. Essentially, the way you want to look at it is a 6 cost artifact that produce you 3 manas.
Not outright, but yeah.
Yeah, true. But still, it is what? One artifact gets you 1 mana of any color when it's tapped. So you you kick it with another extra 3, you generate 2 more. Like I said, and the way you should look at it is 2 mana for 1.
Yeah, true. Well, it actually combos really, really well with 2 cards.
Next blue mention.
Okay, except for 3 cards now. Next Blue Ancient, the Verzal, and Little Form Engine.
Oh no, Verisals will be much better because if you kick it, you essentially get another
6.
4.
So total you get 6.
6?
No, 3 more. You copy the spell. So
Yeah, copy the spell.
basically
yeah.
each,
6.
So total 6. But even with Little Form Engine, you can get 6 as well, I think. If I remember my rulings correctly, yeah. So essentially, Skycliffe Relic, I think is a must. It's actually a must put in every deck.
I won't say it's a soaring, but
No, it's not Soaring, but it's a Commander Spear. It's a better Commander Spear.
I say yes, and yeah, I say yes, a better Commander Spear, but Commander Spear gets you the draw.
Yeah, of course. But
So
this
this
one
one,
is
let's just say-
indestructible. Oh no, it's a better Dark Steel Ingot.
Yes, that is true. That is true.
It's a better Dark Steel Ingot. Yes.
Yeah, that is true. But here's the thing also, it has a lot of versatility in terms of being another extra 3, because you can play the extra 3 to get
get
another
more
2
tokens.
more. And here's the thing, if you play it with what's that medallion? I forgot. There's a medallion where if a permanent comes in tap, you can untap it.
That's Amulet of Vigor.
Yeah, Amulet of Vigor. So the way I think about it is you play Skyfall Relic, pay for the kick costs, and then those 2 comes in tap. Now untap them. So now you already have 3
And you have Nyx Lumination.
if you play with Exploration.
Okay, that's another topic.
Yep. But yeah, this is not a bad card. It's rare, and I think it's a future must-add card in all commanders.
Yeah, I agree with that one as well. And it's indestructible.
Oh, true. Right?
Alright, so we're going to the next card. So you might have noticed that there's no white cards in the list.
Not much. I mean, there is one that I thought about. It's a legendary angel creature, but the more I think about it, the more it's not going to be great.
Yeah, so the next one I'm going to be talking about is a white card. It's called Squad Commander. It's a 3 and a white creature core warrior. Oh, we have actually cores. 3/3. It says when Squad Commander enters battlefield, create a 1/1 white core warrior creature token for each creature in your party. Now, don't groan. I know it's party. At the beginning of combat on your turn, if you have a full party, creatures you control get +1/+0 and gain indestructible until end of turn. Now I understand you don't like it. It has party, but the benefits of having a full party it outweighs making the party deck.
Yeah, but here's the thing. I mean, it's not bad. The card is pretty good. And when you attack, all your creatures have +1/+0 and gains indestructibility until end of turn. That's not bad. That's kind of okay. But the thing is, you need to have a full party. And I think we haven't really talked about party, but party is a new mechanic in Magic the Gathering where you are required to have parties are consists of what?
Consists of 4 different creature types. It has to be, you have to have one of each, which is rogue, warrior, cleric, and wizard. Those are the 4 party members. So you need to have 4 different creatures that have one of these each. So if you have squad commander on battlefield, and in the beginning of your combat on your turn, if you have a warrior, a rogue, a wizard, and a cleric, it triggers. But I understand why people think that party is a bad mechanic, because it's quite hard to accomplish.
I won't say it's bad. I say it's annoying, and it's something that you need to work into, because
it's a deck building challenge.
Yeah, it's one of those things where, okay, I need to create a D&D game. I need to create a party. I need to find a way to gather 4. They did mention Mark Rosewater.
Yes.
No, not Morrow.
Gavin Verhey.
Yeah, Gavin Verhey. He did mention that while designing the card, he thought about adding a 5th one, which is Druid. But here's the thing, but
4 is too much.
Yeah, they didn't, because they kind of mess up the whole format, because like you got warrior is white, you got rogue is black.
Rogue is black and blue.
Sorry, no, white is supposed to be clerics.
White cleric, rogue blue, black, wizard blue, red warrior.
And then they wanted to add green for
for druid, yeah.
But that would mean that they have to cut out a lot of things, and they're like, oh, no.
Yeah, but in all honesty, I think Squad Commander can be very good. Imagine if Squad Commander was with a, what do you call that, Morag. The Minotaur, and then you attack, gains indestructible, then you put in all the lands. If it's already have indestructible, can keep attacking.
True, but here's the thing also, right? Like, if indestructible is the only thing you're concerned about, there's a lot of cheap instant card that can make all your creatures indestructible.
Of course. But this one you can keep doing it consistently if you have a full party. And it makes tokens. So ETBs, it will essentially make 1 token on its own.
True.
But if you have a party, it makes 4 tokens.
But here's the thing also, you don't really need to quote unquote have a full party. What you need to have is a lot of creatures and also mirror image. Mirror image? What was the card that we talked about last week for this combo?
Arcane Adaptation.
The white creature.
Mirror Entity.
Yeah, Mirror Entity. So you pay X, you make it what? A 2/2, probably a 3/3.
1/1 even.
Yeah. Then it's a full party then.
Yeah, true. Then that's good enough.
True.
And it's in white, so they both can be played together.
It's not bad. It's one of those things where it's a deck building challenge where we need to find ways to make things work. So Squad Commander here is a good example of not a great card, but it has potentials.
Yes. So I think we are going into our last card. So Norman?
Oh my goodness. Next card is an artifact, legendary. It's Life Form Engine for 4. And it says, pay 2.
Line of text.
Tap. Copy target activated or triggered ability you control. You may choose new target for the copy. It's a Psionic Resonator.
Yeah.
Then the second one is pay 3, tap. Copy target instant or sorcery spell you control. You may choose new target for the copy. Reverberate or whatever it is.
Yeah, anything that copies instant sorceries.
There's a lot. Then the last one is pay 4, copy target permanent spell you control.
That's unique.
And the copy becomes a token.
Yeah. So basically it has to be on the stack to copy. We can't copy anything that's already on the battlefield.
Yes. Wait, no?
Yes. It says permanent spell.
Oh, so you need to...
It needs to be on the stack.
Okay. So what I can imagine here is you casting a Soul Ring. Paying 4 to copy the Soul Ring.
So basically, you net 4 mana.
Yeah. Well, no, this is just an example of how this works. But if you can go just huge, if you can just go big and whatnot, just imagine this: if somebody were to play a Omniscience, you let the spell resolve, tap it to copy it.
Okay. You can,
technically,
but there's no. If you have omniscience, why would you copy it?
No, opponent. So here's the thing: it says copy target.
No, it has to be you control.
Oh, I control. Oh, okay.
Everything you need to control it.
Okay. So basically, you know what? This could you could copy another creature. It doesn't say.
It says permanent, so you can copy a creature. You can copy anything that is
enchantments,
cast.
artifacts, whatever it is.
My one is like this. So there's this combo that was going on MTG Goldfish. He made a deck, Little 4 engine with Corridor Monitor.
Oh.
So what happens is this. So he first has Nyx Blue Ancient on the battlefield, Ashaya, and something like Riot. You need to have something that gives you haste. So maybe in this case you can put Anger, or maybe what do you call that? Rhythm of the Wild, right? Okay. So what you do is this: you first Little Form Engine, you cast Corridor Monitor, you copy the Corridor Monitor with Little Form Engine. The copy enters the battlefield, and then it has an ETB trigger. It says you may untap target artifact or creature. And since it's an artifact, you untap Little Form Engine.
Oh.
Then if you have a one or more Nyx Bloom Engines, you tap it for more mana. Then you copy Little Form and use Little Form Engine to copy the Corridor Monitor. Then Corridor Monitor ends the battlefield again. Then you untap Little Form Engine again. And then you tap the Corridor Monitor for mana. Then you just keep looping like this, and you keep making infinite tokens.
Damn.
Yeah, but it's a very, how do I say, first mana intensive, second very, it has very crazy amount of setup.
Yeah, I mean the full cost to cast it is already expensive. So
Well, this not really, in my opinion, because it has 3 lines of text. It's good enough for.
But to get it
For the copy permanent, yeah. Okay.
I mean, just in general, because my idea is the idea is this. Psionic Resonator is already 2. To activate it is 2. This thing is 4, and if you just want to activate the first one is 2. So basically, you need to spend 6 mana instead of 4 mana. That is if you want to just play Psionic Resonator.
Yeah.
But the second and third one, those are the one that you kind of need to pay attention more.
Yeah, I agree. But to be honest, Little Form Engine is so good in casual.
True.
If I were making a CEDH list right now, I wouldn't even put Little Form Engine.
Nah, that will be you just put that for janks, like just for the fun of it.
Yeah.
Just to see if you can pull it off.
If I crack this open, I'm gonna make a teamer that can just play that. Right?
Oh yeah. Oh wow. Like, honestly, the copy ability, like depending what deck you're doing, the thing that you really want to chase down is just the second one, copy target spell or instant sorcery.
Yeah, I really think the last one is more towards my speed. Copy target permanent.
True, but for me, if I were building a Temur beat down deck, like I would want the copy spell more. Like have more targets for copying stuff, just to ensure that I can always get like, okay, cast this thing, give my creatures +3/+3, and then if I can copy the spell, it's a +6/+6, and so on. I mean, depending on the deck idea and build. I mean, this is just an example, because in all honesty, that would be a waste. Like you would want to go for extra turns and whatnot.
Yeah, extra turns.
Yeah.
Yeah, it depends. But all in all, I think Little Form Engine is a very good card since it's an artifact, colorless, and can be put in any deck that wants to be put in. And it has a lot of versatility. You can even just choose one of them. Let's say you want to do the copy target instant sorcery and just not use the other two. Doesn't really matter. But it's too good not to pass up.
Oh yeah, that's true. But here's the thing: if you just want to use the first ability, there's a cheaper version. It's called Psionic Resonator. Go look it up. But
Yeah,
if you want to use the rest, like here's the thing.
Why not just put both of them? Even better.
Mana.
Doesn't matter. You just
mana
cast them last turn, then you wait for next turn, you cast your spell, then you just copy.
True, but it's the cost because you don't want to have that thieving merfolk coming in and stealing your stuff.
True. The thieving merfolk needs to pay 6 mana, so...
Yeah, but still, if you can get this thing on the board, so I was like, worth it.
Yeah, true. So, I think that's all for the top 10 commander list. Now, you need to remember, all this is very subjective. It's not list in particular order, and it's my list, not really Norman's. So, really don't bash Norman, because if don't bash Norman for the card selection, bash me.
Yeah, but still, it's Wilson's list here is pretty good. Like in terms of casual commander, it is good. Competitive, that's a different story.
If you want me to put competitive, hell, next week I will put competitive. Just put it down in the comments.
No, but still, it is a good list, and it is interesting. I do feel like we have differences in terms of selection because, like I said before, my thing would be more cheap in terms of card price and CMC.
If I were to go cheap, I would go it would be already CDH, but I digress. I would.
So anyway, let's move on to the next topic, and next topic is combo today. Do you have any in mind?
Well, for combo today, I was thinking of using the Little Form Engine combo, which I talked about just now, but then I think, why not? Why should I? Since I've already used it, I'm not gonna say it again.
Yeah. So let's just say that is the combo for the day. I mean, we can't have combos every week. Technically, we can.
We can.
But those takes time in research. No, we don't take time. You know what? Let's go for Star City Games combo of the day.
No. We can't be copied.
Didn't we use this one before?
Well, we did, but those combos are already well known.
Yeah, I think we did this one before in episode 1.
It wasn't this one?
Yes, this one.
Was it?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. We did this on the Core 21.
Oh. Okay.
Did we? What I'm referring to is the, what was it called again?
The Speaker of the Heavens Intrude the Alarm combo.
Yep. We did that one before. You go take a look at it. It's really fun.
Okay, I'll need to remember to go check it out.
But anywho, let's hit on to the end step. So, if you guys have any questions, concerns, or suggestions for the show, you can always email at us at thegatewatchcast@gmail.com. Also, do subscribe and rate us on iTunes, YouTube. Don't forget to press the bell icon to stay up to date. And also, those two places. I think we're on both, yes. Well, if you got anything you want to do or suggest, just email us or just comment below. The below thing is kind of important. Yes. And do pass it around because we kind of need to get more viewers. Thank you, 21 people who are watching us right now.
And remember to like and subscribe. Remember to share to your friends. If you like our content, if you don't, still share it. But seriously, we appreciate the people who actually watch our videos and take the time to actually listen to them. We also appreciate Alexandria Bookstore for allowing us to record here as well. Alexandria Bookstore the address is in the show notes. Yep. So remember to come and visit us. You can come and play with us. We play every Tuesday. You can Thursday. Sorry, we play every Thursday. You can come and hang out as well. We have a lot of friendly people here, and I think. Do we have any events on Saturday and Sunday? No, right?
Not much, but there is this thing going on for Commander, and I think it's the
Commander Nights.
Commander Nights for
Zendikar
Rising. Yeah, because it is going to be one of those funky new rule change.
So we have Commander Nights Zendikar Rising, and we have achievements we need to complete in order to get more prizes.
Yes. But look at the rule change for this week.
Okay, so we have special rules for each week. This week, we have each player may play an additional land during each of their turns. And they will add different rules for different weeks.
I thought it was change rule, not add.
No, special rules. They're optional.
Okay.
They're optional for that week. So once this week is gone, you can't use the rule anymore. But really, all in all, as long as you have fun, we really we really don't mind you coming in, just playing a casual game as well.
Yeah, I mean, the real change for this week is kind of what each player may play additional land for turn. So that's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. So it's going to be happening all month long. So do come by, do join us, do have fun with us. If you have a deck idea, play with us, because I'm always building new decks every week. Like, I'm looking at the challenge and I'm thinking I should build a dual commander deck. I never done that before.
Yeah, and if you have any deck text you want us to do, you can just send an email to us, and we can build the deck and try to make it.
Yeah, it'll be interesting.
Yeah. So I think that's all for today.
So anyway, I have been Norman Sanzo.
And I'm Wilson.
And we'll guys catch you next week with another fun episode of the Gatewatch Cast. See ya.
See ya.